Hi guys, and welcome back, and good afternoon to the people that are in Easter time like us. So today we're going to talk about spring refresh, spring cleaning, tips that we have, shades that we recommend for this time of the year, depending on your preference of light coming through your windows. And to start off, I guess we'll kind of talk about what we like to do when it comes to spring cleaning. Yeah. So what do you like to do to get ready for the spring?
Well, I hate cleaning, so my biggest thing is probably just like doing that deep clean.
Yeah.
That doesn't get done as often as it should. Mostly my clothes. Just going through my clothes.
For sure.
That's probably my favorite thing. Just going through and taking all the hoodies. Like, I leave some of my hoodies, but all my winter clothes I'll put away. So that's my favorite thing, but I don't know, I hate cleaning, so it's always one of those times a year where I'm like, oh, I need to do this, but oh well.
You either really hate cleaning or you really love it. There's no like in between. No. I don't feel like.
No, you can't just semi-like cleaning. It doesn't happen. I have to like make it a party.
Yeah.
Like, put music on, have like my roommates help, and then we're just like, all right, let's go, let's get this done. But yeah.
Well, for me, at my house, I do like to clean. I am that weirdo that loves to clean. I know. I kind of get in the zone, right? Like, I have to have a specific day where I like really just, deep clean for the spring cleaning. Yeah. So I haven't done mine yet. I'm a little bit behind this year. I usually would have done it by now.
Well, spring's not until Sunday anyways.
So that's true. So technically I'm on time.
it's a winter still, y'all.
Yeah, that's true. We are starting to get some warmer weather here though. Yes. We were tricked actually recently.
Yeah, 70 one day, 6 inches of snow the next, and now it's 70 again. Yeah. So,
last week we had snow and it's been fairly warm. Like yesterday it was really nice actually.
Yeah, people are wearing shorts.
Yeah. I have seen people wearing shorts, yeah. So for me, for spring cleaning, I like to do that deep clean. Yeah. I like to get the things that I don't get as often week to week. So, I like to tackle those things, and really, I'm one of those people that it's weird that doesn't do room by room.
Yeah.
I do literally, I go into it and I just do it all. I pick a Sunday usually, and I'm just all getting done.
See, I'm an ADHD cleaner, so I'll be in the kitchen, and then I'll be like, I'll have to take something to another room, and I'll be like, oh, well, this is a mess, and I'll just start doing that, and then it's like, wait, I didn't finish this, so I feel like a lot of people are like that, and you feel the pain.
You're not alone. She's definitely not alone.
But so some tips that we recommend to help you if you're like me, or if you're like her, so you just go all at it, or if you can't focus in one room at a time. We have some just spring cleaning tips. First one is going to be, they have a lot of free checklists that go room by room. So you have your kitchen, your bedroom, your living room, dining room, all of that. There's a lot of free ones that you can print, or Amazon even has some that you can buy. But it's really helpful for people who hate cleaning and can just look at everything that you don't think of. Like, I don't ever think about cleaning the inside of my window track. You need to clean that.
Yeah, and you gotta get that too.
Yeah, and so it has stuff like that, behind the fridge, under the stove, just stuff you don't normally think of, but that could use a good deep cleaning every once in a while. Yeah. So just kind of make a plan to go room by room, whether or not you do it all at once, or you just kind of, start in one room and work to the next. Just kind of make that plan. You're like, okay, what needs to be cleaned in this room that doesn't typically get cleaned? I need to make sure I get that. And I'm a list maker, so I love checking things off a list.
Yeah,
that's my favorite thing.
I do love lists.
My favorite. So.
And it keeps you organized too, so that's really nice. Just having that organization, you don't forget.
Clean.
Yeah.
Everything is clean.
Cleaned up, yeah. Yes. You feel good. You feel refreshed.
Yes.
Your house feels refreshed.
Yes.
Okay, another really good tip is open your windows. Opening all the windows up in the house, letting some fresh air come in, turn off the AC, turn off the heat if you're still needing the heat. I still have the heat on in my house right now because we keep going back and forth between temperatures. But let that fresh air in. You've been stuffy in the house all winter long. It's time to open it up, let that fresh air go through the house, and kind of better smell in the house too. Just that old air just getting down there.
And there's nothing better than finishing cleaning and your windows are open, you light a candle and just relax and sit in the clean. It's so great.
Oh, totally agreed. So another a really good tip is the ones that get forgotten. So the things you're supposed to clean, but we forget about all the time.
Or you didn't even know you were supposed to clean.
A lot of people, we talked about one today that you didn't know. So what are those? Those are going to be your walls. They do get dirty. Walls get dirty. We don't clean them enough, I don't think, but they do get dirty. Is it weird to clean a wall? Yes. Yes, it is weird to clean a wall, but do it.
You need to.
When you go to wash that wall, you will notice the grossness. Right? Your window tracks, kind of like you were mentioning, making sure to get your window tracks. Fans. I think everyone, for the most part, cleans fans, but just kind of a good reminder to, dust all your fans. And then baseboards. That's the one that gets forgotten a lot, is cleaning the baseboards.
Just because it's tedious and time consuming.
And
there's not like a tool directly made for your baseboards. I don't feel like you have to kind of just do it yourself. And I feel like a lot of cleaning, people are like, oh, this tool does everything. So they don't have that for baseboards. You're like, I don't think about it. And I don't know how much time you spend looking at your baseboards. I do sometimes just because I'm interested in like home design.
Right.
But other than that, I'm not looking and being like, oh, that's really dirty. Like when I'm looking somewhere. So, I mean, I don't know. That one was one that I'm like, I know it needs to be clean. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
But speaking of all the stuff that gets forgotten, decluttering. Decluttering is the best thing to do during spring. Going back to my clothes, how I said that's my favorite thing. I have so many clothes. I used to work in retail, so I used to have that discount from, American Eagle, Aeropostale, and the mall itself. I have so many clothes still from those days, and I need to get rid of some of them that I don't wear. So typically, like what I do is the 1 year rule. If you don't use it in a year, you don't need it. Get rid of it. So for my clothes, I'll go through and I'll hang all of my hangers the opposite way. And then as I take them off and like hang them back up after I wash them, I'll put them back up the right way. And after so long, if a hanger's still hanging backwards, then I know. Obviously you don't wear it. You can do that with any of your anything honestly. My clothes, I pretty much take my winter stuff and put it in a bin and put it away so I have more room for spring clothes. But just kind of decluttering and getting all that mess out of the way is really helpful. Same with, papers or blankets and just knickknacks. I live with 2 roommates, and like although we're close, we have so much stuff, and the house is usually pretty cluttered from stuff. So just every once in a while we just have to go through and declutter. Just put things away that we don't need, throw things out that we don't use. Our family members give us a lot of stuff sometimes, and you don't want to say no because you're grateful for it.
Right.
But it just takes up too much space.
I like the 1 year rule.
Yes.
So if you haven't touched it, used it in a year, it's gotta go. It's time to go. You can always get new stuff. Right? You can always, Amazon's always gonna be there. You can just jump right on there.
Or just put it away if you have, some outside storage space or an attic or something, and you have room and it's something you might need, or it is something like you don't use often, like a home product that you use once a year, put it away somewhere. Just basically just cleaning up your living space. It helps so many things. But that's really it.
So going into windows and coming into that. So, you're going to want to make sure to clean your windows. So the tip that we have for that is do it during lower sunlight. So make sure whatever window you're working on at that time when you're cleaning them, do it during when there's less light coming through. That's going to help with, not creases, but like with window streaks all over your windows. So that's going to help eliminate that. So you're going to want to do that during low light times. For our shades, some tips that we recommend for cleaning with easy lift shades, whether pleated or cellular, you're going to want to either lightly dust the shade or vacuum with an upholstery attachment. For like spot cleaning, you're going to want to just lightly blot with like a mild detergent and some warm water, and that is all you really need for that shade.
And for our cellular shades, the electronics duster is amazing. Like you can just click it and stick it through little cellular holes. I don't even know what those,
Yeah.
I think that's what those are called.
Yeah.
And it just blows all the dust out. And even the creases too. I mean, you could really use it for any of our products, just to kind of get the dust off.
Yeah.
Just because it blows it off. But it's also handy to have in your house for all of your electronics.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a win-win.
Especially in the cellular shades, because the cells, like, it can, you know, over time you can get a little dust in there, like you get dust anywhere in the house. So it's going to get to those hard to reach spots in your shade, in your
For
cellular
sure.
shade. So you can just get it all out. And we actually got this on Amazon.
Yeah.
So it's been really handy for when we're doing stuff here at the office.
It's been really great.
Yeah. For original shades,
Yes.
where they're going to be paper, we do have a fabric, of course, shade as well, but for the paper shades, you know, we don't recommend using water, of course, because it is a paper shade, but more of just, again, kind of that light dusting, or you can use a vacuum with an upholstery attachment.
Yeah. It makes it a lot easier to clean just because you don't want to ruin it, especially if it looks nice still, or if you just put it up and it just got dusty.
Yeah.
But
so now we're going to talk about a little bit about the shades that we recommend, depending on, you know, different, you know, this time we're going into brighter days, right? Longer days of light, thank goodness.
Yes.
I've been looking forward to this.
So happy about it.
So kind of the different shades that we would recommend, just depending on what you like, of how much light comes through your windows versus no light. So of course, if you don't want any light, either you know, you have to sleep during the day, you're a night shifter, of course we're going to recommend a blackout shade. So we've got the original blackout shades like this. It comes just in the black color. You can go to, with the original, you can go down to like a room darkening, which we have in a couple of colors, gray and chocolate. That's gonna still allow some light to come through, but you're still gonna be blocking a majority of it. And then for blackout, you can also go into an easy lift shade with either pleated or cellular. Either way, you're going to go for the light blocking or the blackout for cellular. Blackout cellular is going to completely leave no light coming through, similar to our original blackout shade, where the light blocking still kind of like a original room darkening shade. It's going to allow just a tiny little bit of light coming through. Yeah. For the light filtering shades, if you're wanting more light coming through, you like the sun in the house, you want it
want
bright,
all the light.
you want all the light, then you're going to prefer something like a light filtering shade, whether that's going to be the original and, you know, light filtering white shade. We also have it in fabric if you prefer fabric over paper. And then we going into easy lift, pleated, and cellular shades. We also offer those in light filtering. So those are going to allow a little more light in. It still filters some of the sunlight, so you don't have too much going through.
Yeah.
But overall, you'll get a little bit more light coming through the house. Just to kind of give you an idea of, because I have a blackout shade here. Here is what the white shade looks like in just light filtering. So you can kind of see a little more light will come through this, of course, compared to the blackout shade. We also have arch shades as well. So if you have an arched window, that is a hard one to block out the light for sometimes, and you know, hard to find the right covering for that. So we do have arch shades as well. This is our original arch shade. By the way, we below or to the side here, you'll see a carousel with a couple of the different products linked there too. And there's some options for arch as well in light blocking for pleated, and it has the cellular option as well if you prefer that. So going into our favorites for this time of the year.
My favorite is the Easy Lift. All of it. Just all the
she
Easy Lift,
loves
honestly.
Easy Lift.
But the light blocking.
Yeah.
Just because I love the dark. I sleep a lot, and so just having a dark room makes all the difference for me. Plus, I like to watch movies, and so it really just sets the tone. Easy Lift makes that possible for me because I live in a townhouse, so I can just put it up, super easy, no tools needed. You know, don't need anybody's help really. So that's my favorite, especially because it still lets some of the light in, but not all of the light. It's not quite as dark as a blackout, but it's still it's perfect for what I want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My favorite is the one that's hanging right here, the original blackout shades.
Yeah.
Reason being, I like, at night I just don't like a lot of light coming through from cars going by or just the outside lights in general. So at night I like for it to, black out everything. So I get proper sleep, or if I need to sleep in on the weekend, I'm not like being woken up too early from the sun. But with spring, I do really love, good sunlight coming through the house. So, I can easily clip the shade up with the clips that come with it, and also it allows my dogs to look out the window, which they absolutely love. They love looking out the window.
So do my animals.
Yes. They're like me when it's like winter and it's cold.
Yeah.
We just don't want anything to do with outside. Like
no.
we're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But sunny days, they want to look out the window all day until they get to go for a run.
Yes.
They love it.
They love it.
Yes.
Along with like spring refreshing, if you're looking to put up new shades or you're just looking to change out your other shades, don't forget to thoroughly clean the surface before you put it on there. Just make sure you prep it real well so your shades will stick as well as they're supposed to. That was something that I noticed I had issues with when I was putting mine up. I didn't clean it well enough, and so it didn't want to stick, but once I cleaned it, it was fine.
Yeah.
So.
And what we recommend for prepping a surface is going to be some alcohol and a microfiber cloth. Just put it on there right before you put on the shade. Put the alcohol in there, wipe it down till it's dry, and then install your shade. That's going to help really keep that shade up.
For sure.
But definitely, we have lots of tips regarding, the shades in different surfaces. So check that out for sure as well. Just a reminder, all of our shades are no tools installation.
Yes.
You
So
require
good.
no tools. If you've got a knife, a really sharp big knife, and a measuring tape, and you just measure your windows width and you trim your shade to your preference.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. And with Easy Lift, it also comes with a scale that helps you trim the shade as well.
Super helpful. Super grateful for it too.
We love easy, no-tool solutions.
Yes.
Making life a little bit easier. Putting up shades in general is such a pain sometimes.
So
It's
annoying.
like being no tools and that you don't have to drill anything, you don't damage your window, anything like that.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
the way to
perfect for spring cleaning.
Yeah.
So just give your house a little refresh that you need.
Yeah. If you're switching out shades, if you're whatever it may be, if you're just cleaning up your current ones, whatever it may be, definitely look at your shades for spring as a spring tip to make sure to check that as well. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching today. Make sure to follow us to catch the next live, and we hope you have a wonderful spring.